What's up guys, today I thought I'd do something a little different. Rather than doing a review or anything like that, I thought I'm going to be planting some bulbs today, so I thought I'd bring you along. You can see what sort of bulbs I'm planted and you can just see what I bought. You can see I'm going to plant the pots. One's going in the pots first. I've got some places around the garden where I want to put some in the ground, but at the moment I'm going to go for just doing the ones in the pots. But first I'll give you a quick sneak peek on what I've actually bought. So bought some of these ranunculus. They're actually very small bulbs. I'm going to be putting them in a small pot. Now I've got these corn lilies as well, so I'll be planting these. These are spring flowering bulbs. You can plant them any time between August and September. So you can see they're fairly nice. They should make decent flowers. I've also got some daffodils. Now these are called double duo. To be honest, I'm not sure what colours these are, but actually check it. Ordered them quite a while ago. I've got quite a few things that have come wrapped up like this. Oh, finally, I've also got these. These are tulips and daffodil mix. As you can see, they look really nice. So they should do well in a pot as well. Gets about 45 centimetres tall. You want to be planting bulbs about 15 centimetres deep, something like that. So what we'll do is we'll start planting them. But before I do, I'll let you have a quick look at these bulbs there as well. So got quite a few things here. I've got a tulip, rockery tulips. These are obviously I'm not putting them in a rock. They're going to go in the ground. But yeah, so we've got them. We've got another tulip called Flaming Parrot. That looks quite nice. A few bulbs in there, there's about 5 in there. What else have we got? We've got Purple Sensation, and they're an allium, so we're planting them as well. These I've never grown, these are tiny bulbs, so we'll see how they come out. Again, I'm going to be putting them in the ground. We've got some mixture of daffodils, citrus sorbet, cheerfulness, and some more tulips. Fritillaria. Now I've only ever really grown in my garden the very small Fritillarias come from spring. This is a larger one, I think. There's only a single bulb, quite a large bulb. Apparently it gets about 3 foot tall, so 90 centimetres, so we'll see. And then I've also got some giant snowflakes. Now these are actually snowdrops. Again, I've never grown these. These are summer snowflake, they're called, sorry. So yeah, there's a few. I've got a couple of packs of these. Some more Fritillaria. Just small. What else have we got here? Iris. Dutch colours. And then we've got one called Eye Catcher. Not quite sure what they look like, to be honest. I think the wife chose a lot of these, so I'm not actually sure what they're going to come out like. But I will check before I have to put them in the garden to make sure they're getting the right colour scheme. Anyway, I'll get to doing the pots, so I'll turn you around, you can see. I'm just going to plant some container. Right, so I've got a bit of pot. I'm going to be breaking this pot up, because I'm going to use it to put the bottom of the pots, just to stop the holes getting clogged up. I'm just going to be using a multi-purpose compost. You can use bull fibre. I've always done well with multi-purpose compost. At the moment, because of the current situation and stuff in garden centres, a lot of compost about, different types anyway, so this multi-purpose compost was pretty much all I was able to get at the time, so that's what we'll be using. Anyway, so let's get started. Put some gloves on, keep my hands a bit cleaner. So yeah, so we've got a multi-purpose compost. I'm going to put these first bulbs into this pot here. These are all spring flowering bulbs. So these are daffodils, double duo. I'll try and show a picture of them. I'll find a picture and I'll put a picture up of them. I'm not too sure what they look like, but we'll find out. So first of all, put a bit of compost in the bottom. Put that crockery in first to stop the hole getting blocked up. Should be about enough. is a double duo. What have we got here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 there. 6, 7. So we've got 10 of these daffodils double duo. So we'll start with them. This should fit right around the bottom. You want to put a bit of depth between the top of the soil and the bulbs. Help them stay upright for a start. But yeah, so you just want to put them bulbs in. Squeeze them in where I can. I actually like to pack bulbs in quite tight myself, because I just feel the display's always better when they've really been pushed in. You can see there, got the bulbs in there. Make sure they're upright. That's about right. I'm gonna put that there. Just do that like that. Don't want it too tight, but you know, bring it up to near the top of the pot. That's that. Now what I'll do, I've not made any plant labels yet, and I do want to keep track of what they are. So I'm just going to push that bag in and just leave that there. In the bit I will get some sort of label, and I'll label them up properly. So there's the first pot done. Now we'll do these ranunculus. Again, these are only tiny bulbs. It's about 5 in here, so I'll do them. This is just wheat, so I'll tip this lot out. Some graft growing in there. These already had some crockery in the bottom to stop the hole from getting clogged up. Just to explain, the reason I don't want the hole to get clogged up is because with most plants, including bulbs, if the hole was to get clogged up where it would consistently stay very soggy, the soil, then the bulb would start to rot. Similar, if you've got a plant and you put it in a pot and it hasn't got very good drainage, then the roots will start to rot. So always make sure you put some holes in the bottom of the pots and put some crockery or broken pot, polystyrene, something like that can go over top the hole so the water can still drain through, but it won't get clogged up with soil. So again, I'm going to put compost in the bottom of there. Not too deep. They often give you a guide on how deep, so 5 centimetres deep. So only about that deep these need to be. So what we'll do, we will take these out. These are going to be very small. So I don't know if you can see, but these are absolutely tiny. You want the roots pointing down, you obviously want the centre part where the plant's going to grow from to be facing upwards. Again, I'm going to keep that. So I'll spread them out evenly in the bottom of the pot. Could probably do this without gloves really. Put that right in the bottom. Try and spread them evenly so when they come up, do make quite a nice display. I'm going to put a layer of compost on top, probably about 5 centimetres deep if I can. Should be about right. And these. So for the time being, I'm just going to put that in there like that, so I know what it is. The next one are going to be these corn lilies. So these are spring flowering bulbs. You plant them August to December. We're in October now. Again, these get to around 2 foot tall. You want to be planting them about 5 centimetres deep, about 5 centimetres apart, and they will flower around June and July. So that's what we're going to be planting now. So what we'll do, again, got a hole in the bottom. So I'm just going to put some crockery on top of that hole. There's my hammer gun. Bit big that piece. So I'm just going to cover that all up so it don't get blocked up. fill the pot up again. There we are. But I'll leave it so I can get 5 centimetres of compost on top of the bulbs. So let's open these up. There's quite a lot in here. Quite a small bulb, these. You can see. Only tiny, these. But I'm sure they'll be stunning. Anyway, we'll spread these out in this pot. Probably just about big enough. Like I said, you want to try and get them about 5 centimetres apart. Spread them out nicely. Make sure the roots are pointing down. Pointy bit is pointing up. You get a lot of people ask which way do you plant the bulbs. It's hard to tell, but there's usually a bit of root on the bottom, and the pointy end in general will be where the plant's going to grow from in spring. We'll put them in here. Nearly done. Like I said, I want to keep them spread out because you want a nice even display when they come up in spring in the pot. Like I said earlier, I do like to do mine a little bit closer than some people might advise, but I just think it gives a better display in the spring. So I've got them bulbs in now. Some of this compost over the top. I'm going to put this in here again and do some proper labels in the bit so I know what they are. Got one more now. I'm going to do these, which are the Alaskan Euro. These are tulips and narcissus, which are daffodils. So tulips and daffodils are white, and then you've got a purple white tulip, and all daffodil is completely white with a little bit of green yellow in centres. This is Crocosmia, so I'm going to get rid of this Crocosmia because it's not done very well. It's better grown in the ground, to be honest. I'm going to take it out, dispose of it. Same again. Put some cockery in the bottom so it won't block them holes up. There we are, some cockery. Put some compost in the bottom. These probably won't be about 15 centimetres deep. Yeah, so these will get to about 45 centimetres tall. You want to be doing about 15 centimetres deep, so we're right about that. So yeah, it's about right. So we've got a mix of daffodils and tulips. So these are obviously the tulips, these are the daffodils. A few of each. So sit them out there a sec. So I think we want to be doing them in lines. We'll do a daffodil, tulip, daffodil, tulip. Do the opposite then, run in another new line. So I'm going to do a tulip and a daffodil and a tulip, and I'm going to do the same again. So we will do a tulip, daffodil and a tulip, and then so that's a daffodil, put daffodil at the edge. Just mix the others in now. That should give a good display. I don't know if you can see that on camera. It should give a really good display in spring. Again, 15 centimetres deep you want these, so you want roughly about 15 centimetres of soil on the top. Make sure the compost is broke up nicely. Like that. So I've done the bulbs now. You don't need to do anything specific with them. I'm going to water them in. I'm probably just going to put them somewhere till they grow in spring, like just put them against the house, or put them on the side of the greenhouse. I'm not going to put them inside the greenhouse. They don't need any protection. They're just fine as they are. So if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a like. It does help me out. Subscribe to the channel if you're finding this interesting. If you want to follow along and see me plant the other bulbs I was showing you earlier into the garden beds and borders, I've also got some sunflowers that are actually ready to be harvested, so I'm going to be taking the tops off them. I'm going to be getting seeds off them. I can collect them, feed them to the birds. We can also plant some for next spring, so I'm going to be looking at that. Also going to do some general work around the garden. So thanks for watching.